All right, folks. Welcome back to Bricktown Builds. I'm going to pull the streams chat up here on my phone so I can try to keep up. And we're going to go from there. All right. So, yesterday was my very first stream. And it didn't go great. Nobody else tuned in, but I still ended up with what I feel is a great video because I like to talk to myself. So I don't mind sitting here talking to myself, which is what I'm probably going to end up doing today too. But hopefully, some folks will find the stream on a public listing and tune in. And if that's one of y'all, then welcome to the show. Uh, we're on part 2 of the BD-1 build for Star Wars. And the BD-1, if you are not familiar, is the droid from the uh, Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor video games. He's a cute little guy, and we're going to continue working on his build now. I believe we're going to be working on some leg joints and pieces. So let's get started. There's something to be said, something fun to be said about putting these leg joints together. I always enjoy building the droid sets because I feel like Lego gets to be fairly creative in their endeavors when it comes to the droids and how to get them to look just like the droids out of Star Wars. But they don't have to worry about quite as much. I guess they can be a little bit more detail oriented is what I'm trying to say, right? So like you get the playset Millennium Falcon, for example, obviously has some issues as far as looking exactly like the Millennium Falcon, things like that, right? So here we have this set, and it plugs in presumably like that. There we go. All right. Okay. And then we do the other side. Look at that. Not a big mystery there. Clip. Clip. And we'll plug in. Plug in. And plug in. These Technic pieces are fun. Okay, and then this will just plug in this one here. Gotta get those holes lined up, and then there we go. But now he's got hips. Yep, looks definitely like we're building some legs. Okay, so we need one of these. And we do that, and that. Right? Okay. And then that. Followed by another one of these. Very strange, but all right. And then side by side, some little nubs here. Everybody likes nubs, especially red nubs. That's an unusual color to see coming from a Lego set. I don't often see these little nubs in red. I usually see them in gray. So we have that, and then we flip this around and we get some more nubs. Some more nubbing. And some of these larger bits. Plug in there. And there. Whoop, get in there. Oops, I almost missed a step. Look at that. I'm being a fool. That should go like that. And then this one is like that. Covers up our nubs. No more nubs. That's okay. Okay, so then we have this. And so bit here, slots in there, followed by, where'd they go? There they are. These little silverized bits. And this is also an interesting change that has occurred in Lego over the last few years, is this more reliance on these pegs as opposed to studs, kind of a thing. And it's an interesting choice. It definitely opens up some more build options as far as like what you can and cannot build. But it's just an interesting development. So that slots in there, and then we have a couple of these. And see, these are the traditional gray nubs, right? Instead of the red ones. Looks like we need to make sure we're like this. And it'll go there. And then this one is here. And it'll go there. And just squeeze them tight so they fit nicely. Okay. And then we have a square, and some corner bits here. Square and some corner bits. Kind of a decorative top. These snap onto that, holding it together. And I bet that's what do you want to bet? That's like a foot. Yeah, that's a foot. I feel like that's a foot. Flip that around. Some more nubs. And then around this way, a little bit. And a little bit. And this bit. Clips together. Wow, okay. All right. I see. Okay, so it slots in there like that. goes through there. And then, ooh, circle joint. Here fits smack. Oh, yeah, well, that's right. It's supposed to stick out just a little bit. All right. I can dig it. All right. Now this. Oh boy. Okay. There. There. That there. Okay. And then that. And like that. It's brilliant. And we match the other side. Whoa. Always a pain in the butt getting these things to not slide out. Oh. Now, this is an interesting piece that I've only seen like a couple of times in sets. It's fairly new. Little connector. It apparently comes all the way through, kind of holding this all together a little bit more. And then it looks as though we take this whole thing and connect it along all three of these. Yep. Like that. Look at that. It's a leg. Sort of. Mostly. All right. Then we take the leg. Got to angle that down. Wait. Really? Like this? I mean, this feels wrong to me, like the way that this is, it looks backwards, but I have learned not to argue with the instructions. So I'm not going to argue with the instructions. There we go. There's a little chicken leg. And it looks like we get to build another chicken leg. And this is obviously just a duplicate of what we just did, basically. It's a mirror image of what we just did, I should say. I'm surprised they didn't give extras of these. These are fairly small, easy to lose. It's usually the type of piece you'd expect to see some extras of, but there's not any. Snaps together. Build another little platform here. This must be the back of his foot. This got to be the way this is working. I would have thought this was the front of his foot, but it's got to be the back because it doesn't make sense otherwise. For it to be turned around the way it is when you put it on. I do like that little motion there that they've come up with, and how this works as a stopper. You know, that's nice. No, other way. Avoid making the mistakes. Do it right the first time. Plug that in. Ah, ow, ow, ow. Pinched my finger. That's no good for anybody, pinching your finger. So then that goes like that. And this guy goes there. This guy goes there. This guy goes there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is it 3? Yeah, it's 3. Okay. And then this comes onto this side. Try not to let that get out of control. It fits through there. And then it joins this on here. And boom. Another chicken leg. attach the other chicken leg to the other side. Uh-oh. It's actually harder to get these things to want to sync up than you think it is. There we go. Looks good. And now he stands up. Look at that. Look, he stands up. Brilliant. All right, set him over there. Now I think we're probably building some feet. Honestly, more bits involved in his feet than I would have thought there were. Oh, look at that. All right. So then this comes around like that. And he matches there. And then he's got a little bit and a little bit. And then a big bit. Well, not a big bit, but a round bit, I guess. That's what that is. And then some fours. I'm going to slide some of these pieces a little bit closer because they're having their kind of reach to get them now. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There we go. And then some covers here, make them look finished. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but my dog is snoring on the floor next to me. Any of y'all have dogs that snore? Crazy. All right. So that's the foot. So then we get the chicken legs. We get a long bit here and a round bit here. We put that together. And then these connect, looks like in the middle here, right there. Like that. Well, we have to do that times 2, so I have to do it another time. So we have to repeat ourselves. And I should have seen that coming. That wasn't obvious. You're going to have to do this more than once. Kind of thing. Hey, look at that. It's all coming together. You know, I kind of do wish that they had waited to come out with this droid until after the Jedi Survivor game had launched, because in Jedi Survivor, right, you can customize the appearance of BD-1. And it would have been really neat for them to have included the parts to make some of the, not all of them, but maybe like 2 or 3 of the customization parts for him, as opposed to just the standard BD-1 build, right? No color change. You can customize his colors, but it's too extensive, I think, for Lego to try to have done that. But they could have included like a couple of the, maybe the default additional customization options. All right, so then that fits in there. And now we have 2 feet. Look at that, 2 feet. His feet are a lot bigger than I expected them to be. And then we cap these, of course, with this. That makes sense. And that leaves us with just a few little tiny bits, but now he's got legs. They're not fully fleshed out legs, but he's got legs and feet. Everybody loves feet. So we're going to go on to part 3. Still by myself here in the stream, but you know what? We're having fun anyway. All right, so then let's see here. Trying to get all the parts here together. Nope, there's some more. There's several more. Okay, I think that's all the round plates. Just a bunch of round plates, and then we have some disc plates, a whole bunch of disc plates here, at least 4. Okay, and then these semi-rounds. Okay, and then we got some tubes. Yep, tubes. Everybody loves tubes. Gotta have some tubes. It's like old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Tubular. Boy, I just keep getting notifications that ring out even though I put my phone on silent. Some square plates. Some studless 6s. Any other studless ones? No, those all have studs. These all have studs. So some studless 6s, some studded 6s. Then studless single stud bits here. I know y'all think I'm crazy going through and lining all this stuff up, but I'm telling you, it helps me stay organized, helps me remember where the parts are, so I spend less time hunting when I'm actually in the build process. I don't enjoy the hunt and peck. I can get frustrated when I don't find a part. And I found that it's best to just work to avoid frustration. Oh, I knocked over my pile. That's okay. It can be a knocked over pile. These all the same? Yep. All right, good. If they're all the same, I don't have to worry too much for them. And some curvy. Oh, here's an extra. These curvy bits can go up here with the other curvy parts. Then we got a whole bunch of single 4s. Whole bunch of those and a couple of these bits here. We'll put those there. And then we'll move on to bag number 2. Whew. All right. 4s and 3s in here mostly, looks like. Some studless 3 red 3s. These half-studded plates, square plates, are a pain in the butt because they don't stack neatly, right? They stack unevenly, and it's you have to either rotate them around to get a nice stack, or you just give up on the stack and do them in a pile, like I do. These little 2s, not quite ready to find a place for these yet. They need. We'll set them off to the side over here and swoop them in when we're ready. Some single 3s, gray 3s. Those can go here. Studless white 3s. Whoop. I'm dropping. We got it. We caught it. These little curvy bits. A whole bunch of these. A whole bunch. Oh, like, good Lord. There really is a whole bunch. Look at that. And see, as I get closer to myself, generally I try to have like biggest over here, and then you get smaller as you come around like this, and then I have a work area in place for the instruction booklet. That's kind of the way I organize my workspace for this stuff. And it's maybe not the best, most efficient way to do it, but it's what works for me. And that's what's important. When you're building Legos, you just got to build the way that makes you happy. And don't worry about what other people are doing, how they're doing it. You just do it your way. I was watching videos earlier today, and I saw some amazing streamers and YouTubers who are doing Legos like I am. And they are light years beyond what I'm capable of doing, just with their knowledge. And I guess probably because they're younger. I'm an old man. I don't understand this technology no more. I used to. There was a point in time where I was considered the peak of technological knowledge. And now I'm just falling further and further behind as newer stuff comes out, newer ways of doing things. And I look at it and I'm just like, wow, I could not have thought to do it that way. you know? But maybe my old-fashioned sense of doing it this way isn't super terrible, you know? Maybe it's good enough. And we'll see. Maybe I can be like the Bob Ross of Lego building. Just a Zen sort of Lego builder. You know what I mean? Put those there. Oh gosh, these are small. They should be more down this way, and I feel like this is true for those too. Put this up here. Move that over there. Yeah, I feel like that's a better way to do it. So now this is tricky. You got some studless reds and some single stud reds. And they're all combined in together here. So we got to make sure we don't confuse them. So I'm going to put the single stud reds over there. I'm going to put the studless reds up here. So they're kind of away from each other. So they don't get confused. I imagine that this is kind of what Bob Ross did, right? When he was painting. I'm not sure if he ever followed a script. You know, when you watch The Joy of Painting, if you haven't ever watched The Joy of Painting, watch The Joy of Painting, because, I mean, good Lord, it's amazing. Like, that guy, just the most mellow, chill dude you have ever met. And he's just so laid back and casual with it. The way he talks, the way he interacts with his audience, you know, talking to the canvas, you know, happy little trees, that kind of stuff. It was always amazing. I've watched every episode of The Joy of Painting. I used to use it to put me to sleep. You know, I'd put them on when I was ready to go to bed, and I'd watch until I started dozing off watching. And that's not to say he was boring. It's just that he was so mellow that, you know, he could relax you, you know. That's really more what it was. I loved listening to him. I could listen to that man talk for hours. You know. But as a result here, I don't know. Oh, those are the same parts. What am I doing? There we go. Put those together. Close that up. Some pulleys. And some nubbins. Some traditional gray nubbins. Yeah. All right. I assume I am building his legs, and this seems like a lot of parts for his legs, for BD-1's legs. I'm just saying. All right. First things first. We got 4 of these and 4 of these. And they're all going together. So they're all doing what exactly? They're here like this. Let's stick that there. It's slipping through my fingers. There we go. Yep, that seems right. All right. Just follow the directions and build. it's for his wires. That makes total sense. Yes, I understand. So that slides in like that. And then you gotta, it's gonna take a little pressure, but you get that flipped in there like that. And the same goes for this side over here. Slot that in. And then to the bottom, like that. Hoorah. Okay, and then the gold ones plug into the next hole. Good Lord, come on, man. That's as far as that'll go. All right. You gotta, sometimes you can't be afraid to just manhandle it. It's interesting that that has a bottom out, whereas the other one doesn't. There we go. All right, he's got wires. He's wired up. At least his legs are. All right, now I'm gonna build some shoulder bits, it looks like. She's got legs. Nope, can't sing that. It's copyrighted. Don't sing it. As much as I want to, I can't do it. Probably could do it if I made up different words. Then I could probably do it. But then y'all might realize exactly how crazy I am. And you'd be like, oh, you know what? We can't watch this stream no more. That man's crazy. Okay, so we got a bit, and a pop, and one of these half bits, and then a little angled bit. And that all holds together in one setting. It's nice. Okay. Then these pieces will come in, go into place here. And then we need a 6x to go there. Looking good, looking good. Flip it over. Say, oh, hallelujah. Plop that all together. And yep. A couple of these. And here, 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 here. feels about right. Does it look about right? Not yet. Hang on. Now it does. Okay. I flip it on its side. And he's got a little angle bit here. And a little flat bit next to the angle bit. And we want to make sure those are straight, roughly. Close enough for jazz. I was saying yesterday. All you got to do is get it close enough for jazz. We don't need it any further than that. Okay. So we have this 4-bit. He got some red bits that go on him. Another 1/2 bit. And this bit, that bit. Oh, I see. It clips in like that. Okay. And then we have a 4, and a 3, and another 3, and then a little angle bit. Which faces into that angle bit. Yeah, it's starting to look like something. Hmm. I feel like that's a shoulder. Maybe a shin piece. Maybe that's a shin piece is what that is. Unexpected, but all right. Clump. Look at that. Yeah, it's interesting that this is so much more mobile than this part is, but this is the front of his foot, and it should be pretty mobile. Mobile. All right. Next part. Here we go. This looks like the upper leg piece. That's what this is going to end up being. Oh, that looks crooked as crap, but there you go. Okay. All right. 55, 56. Okay. Thought I was folding multiple pages there for a second. Some tube pieces there and there. And then these side bits here, like that and that. I'll be honest. These leg pieces are more robust than I expected them to be. I kind of expected them to be a little more flimsy, but they're turning out to be fairly robust little leg bits. Bits. Flip it over. What do we got? Ooh, my stomach just growled. It was like raw, hungry, which is weird because I just ate a little while ago. Okay, 3 little grippy bits. All right, last little bit here. And it goes there. It seems. And then we connect it. Uh-oh. It's not one to go on easy. There we go. And now we have a leg. And we've been streaming for an hour now, and I'm still all by myself, which means that I believe we should call it for the day. And we'll stream again soon and pick up where we left off with the second half of part 3 of the BD build. Thank you guys for joining us. And if you would, please toss me a like and a subscribe in the video if you're watching this post stream. I hope you enjoy my rambling, and look forward to seeing some of y'all on an actual live stream at some point in the future.